What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Mike from NYC, and we back with another reaction. Today we are watching Jordan Rules, a Detroit Pistons secret to stopping MJ. I heard a little bit yesterday as I was, watching TV the other day about, the Jordan Rules, and I thought it was very interesting, you know what I'm saying? So let's just get into it, and I'll give my thoughts as we go along.
Interpretation of the Jordan Rules are this. There are three areas on the floor the Pistons need to be concerned about. He's sensational when he dribbles to his right. He's only great when he goes left. They will force him left as much as possible from the top of the circle area.
I was covering the team at the time. My eyes were telling me some Jordan Rules going on here. So let me go write a story about this. Now let's get this. We're talking about some Jordan Rules. We're just playing tough, physical, like anybody else.
When Michael Jordan has the ball on the foul line extended or wing area, he is so good, too good, at going baseline.
Oh my God, he fucking a dumbass up. And one, bozo. Stupid ass.
Trying to get help from the next defender.
You say, what about the Jordan Rules? And they say, what Jordan Rules?
Wait, they didn't even call no foul?
Trying to get help.
That wasn't a foul? Like, not even a common foul? Nah, Dennis Rodman pushed the fuck out of dude. Damn.
You say, what about the Jordan Rules? And they say, what Jordan Rules? And they'd say, what about this defense you're playing? We're not playing anything special. And they all laughed and they'd wink and then they'd move on.
Oi!
Concerned about pick and rolls, they'll trap everyone.
Foul.
Michael's doing his thing, just kind of creating. They'll run the next guy at him to double team him no matter who it is. But keep this in mind, or they don't always use the Jordan Rules.
Oh, they didn't preach it, they didn't brag about it, but it was on display.
Jordan to the foul line, room in the lane. Isaiah grabs him and fouls him.
The Jordan Rules.
That's good foul.
The Pistons know about, not for anybody else to know about.
The Jordan Rules. Is that something you guys made up?
Jordan Rules were, to stop him, period, because nobody else could beat you on that ball club.
They have been called a dirty ball club, and I can see why.
I don't know. You have to ask my man Matt Dobick on that one if it wasn't the Jordan Rules and him and Chuck.
So where's Scotty though? Where's Scotty though? Because we're saying Jordan Rules, and then I talk about all-time small forward, and then I'm supposed to put Scotty above Kawhi Leonard. But Scottie Pippen is on these teams. So what's going on? And Scotty, if I'm not mistaken, Scottie Pippen was an all-star, right? Am I missing something? Because we saying nobody else can beat them, right? Other than Jordan. So, I guess maybe Scotty wasn't an all-star yet. Like, I guess, bro. Like, all right.
Not around, so I don't think it was in the Jordan Rules.
Isolation play for Jordan. And Isaiah Thomas ties it up.
That's a jump ball. That's lockup. Top of the circle. Foul line extended.
How high can this man fly? Michael Jordan is soaring, and the Chicago Bulls are going right with him. Jordan is averaging 38 points a game in the first two playoff rounds. But now, Superman faces his toughest test. Game one will tell if Detroit's road has been too easy, while the Bulls come off the biggest win in the history of their franchise.
The whole Pistons Jordan Rules thing was frustrating as a beat writer because I was covering the team at the time. Now let's get this. We're talking about some Jordan Rules. We're just playing tough, physical, like anybody else. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I'm Brian Musburger, along with Bill Raftery. Let's get right to it. The man was an ex-coach. How do you stop Michael Jordan?
There's not much you can do with him. You have to make him go east to west in the fast break. He's good on the perimeter, but he's
somebody's getting boomed.
At certain times, teams found themselves watching and in awe of him, and maybe bashful about being physical with him.
I was in the Detroit Pistons locker room before the game, and it's very obvious they would like to wind this thing up tonight. And while I was down there, Chuck Daly unveiled his final instructions for the players, and I wrote them down for you.
Chuck Daly devised it, and his coaches, and it probably is one of the great things that made Chuck Daly the great coach that he was in everyone's eyes.
Seventh game intensity, he said. Let's play like this is the seventh game. Control the boards, energy. Nothing new for the bad boys, he says. Intimidate and dominate. And then on the bottom in big capital letters it says, follow the Jordan rules. And I said, what are the Jordan rules? They said simply, when he goes to the bathroom, we all go with him. Let's go back to him.
That's fucking hilarious. When he goes to the bathroom, we all go into the bathroom. That's funny.
There were no secrets. I mean, everybody knew what the rules were, and that was to put him on the floor when he came to the basket and try to keep him from the crowd-pleasing, super fantastic, flamboyant plays that he was capable of making.
Michael Jordan, who has done miracle things on the court, trying to carry his team on his shoulders against a great defensive team.
All right, so based on what I'm hearing, what I will say is that these rules that are being schemed up to stop Michael Jordan, I don't care who LeBron is running with. You cannot do this to LeBron. Is that simple. I don't care if it's Mo Williams and Delonte West. I don't care if Gauskas. LeBron's going to make his teammates better. You cannot do this to LeBron. You cannot just or put up all the resources to stop him. LeBron is going to make the pass every single time. That's what I will say. And this is the first time other than yesterday that I'm really hearing about these rules and stuff like that. And I really was thinking, like, I've never really thought about it like this, but, like, if this was LeBron, they couldn't do this. They couldn't do this to LeBron.
Maybe one of the greatest defensive teams in recent years in the NBA. Jordan has had his marvelous moments, but lately he has been stymied by the Detroit Pistons.
They had figured out how to contain Michael Jordan. They had finally figured out, to some degree, how to contain Michael Jordan.
There is Michael Jordan and Bill Cartwright. Pistons are...
Wait a minute, who they got? All right, let's see. So they got Bill Cartwright, Scottie Pippen.
And Bill...
All right, who else they have? Horace Grant and John Paxson. I mean, there's not a lot of spacing, I will say. You got two inside bigs. You got Scotty who can't really shoot, and then all you have is John Paxson. That's really it to really space that floor. So I will say that. When LeBron was playing, Mo Williams was a knockdown shooter. You had Delonte West, you had Larry Hughes. So even though they weren't really great basketball players, they could at least space the floor. Gauskas had a pretty good mid-range, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, I will give MJ credit on that. He only has one real shooter because Scotty can't really shoot the rock like that. I mean, Horace Grant and Bill Cartwright, like, you're not getting a lot to work with. But
Pistons are in blue, the Bulls are in white. Chicago's ball with John Paxson still showing effects of that sprained ankle.
Let's see the movement now. They're trying to go down inside to get either Grant or Pittman off early.
There's Grant.
never mind, my fault, Mike. I'm sorry. I didn't really see what you were really working with, like, offensively. Like, I didn't really see what was really going on offensively. You know what I'm saying? But, now that I see what's really going on, like, it makes sense why nobody blamed you. Like, nobody blamed you for not passing. Like, look what's going on. Like Mike chilling off rip. Mike chilling. You feel me? Like, let's get into the flow of the game. Phil Jackson said we got to, show love to our teammates, right? Boom. All right, cool. Phil, you know what? Phil, you're the coach. I want to win, and you seem to know what you're talking about. So, you know what, Phil? Let's follow what you say. So I'm chilling, right? Point guard. Let the point guard do something, right? I'm going out the way. I'm out the way, right? Give it to Scotty, right? And you got a little pin down looking action, right? You got Horace Grant. He runs over to the box, right? He gets a post up, right? Then he goes to a little face up action. Pull up. Now I'm looking at Phil. Like, yo, Phil, you co-sign this? This is it, right? This is what you co-sign. Cause I how am I just supposed to sit and watch this fuckery? What is this? Scotty in a post, 1-on-1, right? On the air ball. Air ball is crazy.
Thomas chugging up court.
So what you had to do is you really had to look at the
foul.
game. The Jordan rules were pretty simple. And there was a couple versions of them, but one, Joe Dumars would guard Michael Jordan.
Okay.
And and he would sometimes be doubled by Dennis Rodman or Joe Dumars would try to.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Because we're actually getting some gameplay, which is really good. It adds a little bit more context to what's really up. Like,
But
all right, we're getting doubled, right? What's the read, right? Like, I'm talking all this shit about LeBron. Like, you can't do that with LeBron. Who's the read? You got somebody here who's open, who's just diving to the basket. We got two dudes trying to dive to the basket.
or
What's the read? No, what's the read? We got one man guarding two. He's guarding both of yous. Both of yous in the same spot. I'm MJ. I'm spazzing, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, what's going on? Like, there's no way we don't watch tape and see what's really going on, though. Like, what's this? What is this? I don't know if the idea of spacing was really a thing in the late 80s. But that can't be acceptable, bro. There's no way.
Dumars would try to,
Look, he's passing.
him left.
Nobody's open. We got three niggas in one spot. Really, Dennis Rodman could have guarded all three of these niggas in just being in that one area. So, just seeing this and really trying to just blame MJ, or not even blame MJ, but really just try to up LeBron. Like, I feel what I was trying to do, but I can't criticize. Like, there's nothing to work with. There's nothing to work with. What is he working with? What is he supposed to do?
Or
Okay, somebody's supposed to be open. What are you doing? This shit get me tight.
try to,
What are you doing?
to John Sally or to James.
The fact that MJ beat any team is just a testament to how great with this squad. It's just a testament to how elite he is. Because ain't no way, bruh. All you got to do is send three. It seemed like simple math. All you need three to guard MJ, and all you need is one person to guard another three people, and then one person to guard John Paxson or BJ Armstrong. It's simple math. Honestly, it makes a whole lot of sense.
Whatever big guy was there. The idea, the concept was to get Jordan to pass out or to take difficult shots.
All right, let's see. Screen. Like, what's going on, though?
The concept was to get Jordan to pass out or to take difficult.
What are we doing? Like, what are you doing there? Screen. Double. Pass. Nah, nobody can work with this. What is this? Nobody can work with this. I can't, bro. This is bothersome to just look at this. What's open? Niggas are just in the paint, just huddled up, just huddled up in the paint, bro. I'm supposed to work with shit, bro. Stop talking to me. How's anybody supposed to work with that?
Chased down by Rodman. Down low.
All right.
Coming around it.
Good move. I mean, he could have passed it, but, like, I'm not chirping on him not passing it. Like, can he even shoot realistically? Like,
Great Detroit defense. Michael Jordan. Jordan, short with the shot. Get back.
The second part of the Jordan rules was that, you send Joe Dumars somewhere else, all of a sudden, you got 6'7", 6'8" Dennis Rodman on you. And Dennis Rodman was a physical player. And he would be hitting Jordan, hitting him, moving his feet.
that's a block.
And Jordan was
sorry.
like that.
And you're called Rodman now on Michael Jordan.
Why are you in the post? We gotta be. I think, you know what it is, though? In really the NBA period, like, I feel like a lot of times there's a lack of self-awareness that really goes on. I think that's the only explanation for what's really going on, because there's no way you don't watch this and think like, okay, we're losing, right? We're losing to the Pistons, right? What am I doing wrong? And you're just here, just generating defenders. Nah, he could have kicked it. He probably should have kicked it. But like, what are these two doing? You're out of bounds. You are out of bounds. You are out of bounds, bro. Are you serious?
Right inside him. Missed the first shot.
Good rebound at least. You got the rebound.
With Michael Jordan as the point guard, you can't help that.
I gotta watch some of these full games to really see what's really going on. I really have to watch these full games.
That's the problem.
Okay. That's a charge.
Coming inside. Offensive foul is the call.
So you had Joe Dumars, who probably, was more compact and just stand in your face and guarding you, defending you somewhere. And now you have Dennis Rodman, who's trying to get inside of your head, tapping you, being physical, throwing that elbow. So he got two different looks.
Good D.
So when Jordan got accustomed to Rodman, here comes Joe again, and now you have the other Jordan rules where you're kind of fumbling into traffic.
The Detroit Pistons have so many things to think about. I made a list for you. Defense, rebounds, Jordan.
Another part of the Jordan rules was very, very simple. Get the ball to whoever Michael was guarding. Make him work on the other end. If he had to guard Joe, get shots for Joe. If he had to guard Isaiah, God help him.
2 seconds. 1 second. Isaiah at the bucket.
The other thing about the Jordan rules is you had to be physical with him. If Jordan got loose, he was going to get hit, and he knew it.
Jordan left wing. Jordan to the foul line. Room in the lane. Isaiah grabs him and fouls him.
Hey, niggas is... Yo, bruh. What's up, though? Punches? Punch. Nah, we're throwing punches, yo. Bruh, now I gotta bring the strap with me, bruh. Cause niggas is throwing punches on a basketball court, bruh. I'm about to look like Wesley Snipes in this bitch, bro. We just throwing punches, just closed fist punches in the play of basketball.
Jordan left wing.
So if I'm MJ and I see Isaiah come to the lane, somebody's getting a rip shot. It's lit now. Fuck basketball. It's lit. Somebody's getting a rip shot. Somebody getting their ribs cracked. Stop playing with me like that, son.
Jordan to the foul line. Room in the lane.
On God, bro.
Only way.
On God, somebody's getting a rib shots. Like, alright, somebody come down the lane. Bet. Me. That's me. I foul on MJ. That's on me.
Going to slow him down and get him to think about what he was doing, coming inside and jumping in the air was to at least give him the thought that he could get hurt.
The thing about Jordan was
Good rebound.
great.
Good rebound.
He was able to take the pain, take the physical play.
Good shot.
And still play his game. But it was a lot easier for Jordan to do this against other teams than it was for the Pistons.
The fact that that's not a foul is crazy.
But they didn't have the...
Dennis Rodman is getting away with murder if nobody's paying attention. Dennis Rodman is getting away with murder. First he threw a punch, and now he's grabbing him and literally pushing him hard as fuck. Like, bro, retaliation, it just has to come. Like, there's no way he can do that and I can't throw a punch in his ribs while he's going up. Because Dennis Rodman like going for rebounds. Yo, Paxton, put up a shot. I'm on the box. Just put up a shot. Rodman go up, he's getting licked. It's slow bucks for that. I'm sorry.
But they didn't have the defensive players to pull it off like the Pistons did.
That's true.
And so the Pistons in that way were able to at least get in his mind and cause him to think about, oh boy, where's Lambeer? Where's Mahorn? Where's Edwards? Where's Rodman? He could get hurt, he could get bumped, he could get knocked down at any time.
Yeah, this is
Hello
basketball.
again, everyone. I'm Dick Stockton. We've had a day to think about this, and so is Chuck Daly. After Michael Jordan's 47 points, he decided he was going to go to the team, ask them, how should...
I need to see how he dropped 47 against these niggas, bro. Ain't no way. Nah, I gotta see the game. That's probably the thing. Like, I gotta see the game.
Michael Jordan. The word is there was silence for a while, but then they came up with an idea. And the question, as I asked Huey Brown, is how do you anticipate the Pistons playing the great Michael today?
I see why people really think MJ is better than LeBron, though. Because even if LeBron's getting 60 in his era, Michael Jordan 47, 45 is way harder than a LeBron 60. Like, when LeBron dropped 60 against the Pistons, I'm not saying it wasn't great because it was one of the greatest performances in NBA history. Don't get me wrong. But you had a lot of everything's one-on-one essentially. Everything's one-on-one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch a game where he dropped 47 against them, and I'm going to watch a game where LeBron had 60 against the Pistons. And I'm going to really see like the difference cuz the highlights that I saw from LeBron dropping 60 on the Pistons, it was a lot of one-on-one realistically. Like I didn't really see too much of like 2 and 3. You know, it was a lot more spacing, you know.
7 from the Palace. Piston ball. Flyers 5 of 6. Back to Dumars.
Rebound.
Jordan, good pick from Kippen on the pick and roll. And then a good defensive effort from James Edwards.
Kick ball.
He's going to score on you no matter what kind of defense you put on him because that's the kind of player he was. We just wanted to slow him down and
good shot.
double team him a lot. And make
Now that mid-range is elite.
beat us, opposed to letting Michael Jordan beat us.
And the Bulls wanted to get the ball to Jordan on the post. He was forced to come outside and get it.
Kicked out. And time has been called.
He would not pass the ball on time. He would exhaust every option in order to score himself first. And we knew that going in, so just shut him down and you got the game won.
Jordan comes to the baseline. Dumars stays with him. Now Jordan into the lane.
Yeah, I can't vouch for this though. I'm sorry.
Jordan comes
I can't vouch for
to the
this.
baseline. Dumars stays with him now.
Scotty's wide open. You gotta hit Scotty, bro. I feel like you gotta hit Scotty. Scotty's wide open. So at that point, I get it though. I get why Scotty just like, all right, fuck it, let me just go to the paint. I fuck around and get a rebound. Like, there's no point in standing out here. I'm not getting the basketball. So, I don't know. Maybe there was some validity to what I was saying in the beginning. There's some validity to what I was saying in the beginning about you can't really do that to LeBron. LeBron's hitting this nigga every time. It's not even a thought. LeBron's hitting him every time. Like, there's no, like, I have to learn, like, LeBron, it was no learning to make reads. LeBron was just making reads off the jump, so.
Into the lane. Can't get the roll. Dumars out. Here's Thomas. Action's back. Thomas into it.
Good lay.
You play teams because if they got a superstar, if you can negate them and let somebody else beat you, that'd be great. If we felt that
Good pass. Don't those.
Then Bill Cartwright can score 40.
Cartwright.
That's a charge.
No call.
Good no call though. It is Michael Jordan.
Isaiah Thomas, here's Dumars.
It is Michael Jordan though, so you gotta give him that.
He wouldn't give up. That's what I would say about Michael Jordan. He would not give up.
Isolation play for Jordan. And Isaiah Thomas ties him up.
Alright, let's see. Hold on. I just want to see this again real quick.
He wouldn't give up. That's what I would say about Michael Jordan. He would not give up.
Yeah, who's out here?
Give up. That's what I would say about Michael Jordan.
BJ. Alright, so we see BJ out here,
Not give-
right? And we see the rotation. You gotta get it back to BJ, bro. Yeah. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know. Now I don't know. Now I don't really know. Like, I don't really know. I don't really know what to think anymore.
Isolation play for Jordan.
You gotta get it back to BJ. BJ got the strap. BJ could shoot. Scotty, I can understand why you wouldn't want to give him to Scotty. I can like, alright, you don't really want to pass it. You can't really shoot. But BJ got the burner.
Isaiah Thomas ties him up.
Defensively, the Pistons are now pointing totally at Michael Jordan. They don't believe that any of the other 4 Bulls can hurt them at this point with this much time left.
If they didn't have the mental part or that, we're too bullish to believe it's the end, they would have lost that series. They would have lost the game at the Palace. But they were just real bullheaded and stubborn and resolute about things. And that's why they won that series, despite, I thought Jordan had an excellent series then also.
On the ball, no. There's the answer. We'll see here.
Thank you. Lambeer out. Thomas out.
Well, the Pistons have moved on, but you really got to feel for this man right here.
Well, Phil Jackson said yes. This will be considered a successful season for the Bulls. They went one game farther. For the Pistons, nothing but another world championship will do. And they, the Detroit Pistons, will meet the Portland Trail Blazers in the best of 7 beginning Tuesday night on CBS.
Wow. That's interesting. This is interesting.
Those years that we beat those guys, I mean, he took a lot of these from us.
That sounds disgusting.
If it was Michael Jordan or if it was Craig Elo, I'd hit them all. It don't matter because you're the opposition. You're not my teammate.
Nah, Dennis is playing
I mean,
good as defense.
they were our rules, and that's the rules the Detroit Pistons went by, how we're going to play Michael Jordan. And, we kind of played it up a little bit, but that's just the way it was back then.
That's clean. Somebody
Until
open.
he learned how to involve his other players,
Shot.
he couldn't win, especially against us. Once you started learning that,
That's what you needed to see that every time. That's what you needed to see. That was beautiful. Get the first man off me. Can't guard me. None of them can. Pump fake. Committing resources. Get it to somebody open. Somebody rotates. Get it to somebody else open. Jumper.
especially against us.
I gotta watch the full games. I have
started
to.
learning that and gave up some control over his ball club to a degree. That's when they started winning. And we got old. That was part of it. But still, you got to give him credit for recognizing that he couldn't do it himself.
You gotta hit dude. And he made
Jordan
that.
hit that big shot over Dennis Rodman. You kind of started thinking, okay, maybe this is the end.
And then he finally figured out, he had to get a lot stronger, get his teammates more involved to beat us. And, by that fourth year, we played them again, and, they finally figured out how to beat us. They swept us.
I don't know why it didn't hold. I think guys just got older. They had different players in. It wasn't quite the group that really held him down before.
Every team has their little window of opportunity. We had ours because we had won that next year. Tough. They had the home court advantage, and we were getting older. There's no question about that. And you lose a little bit of mental edge at that point. They were hungrier than we were, and Jordan was changing his game, involving his teammates a little bit more. Pippen was growing up. It became their time.
Hey.
The league
And one. That's
decided
tough.
that they wanted to clean up the game.
Yeah,
Some of the
because Dennis Rodman throwing punches is absolutely unacceptable, bro. Throwing punches is in the play of basketball is unacceptable. Where's the suspension fine? I need all of that. Punches, stop. And then niggas gonna say niggas are soft because niggas aren't throwing punches. Stop talking like that, yo.
contact. Clear out the lane so that the great players, the great athletes could drive to the basket. That was geared more to help Michael Jordan and the Bulls, and it was certainly the kind of legislation that did not help the Detroit Pistons.
Excuse me, Joe.
Maybe because the way he was treated in the league, but he's carrying, it's about who would you come see? Would you come see Rick Mahorn or would you come see Michael Jordan?
Fuck Rick Mahorn. At that point.
So those were the rules. There were no secret about the rules. I mean, it was very obvious and very vivid for everybody who was watching. It was just that the Pistons were one of the teams that were willing to do it, where others may have backed away from it.
Jordan is fouled going strong to the hoop and pays for it. Foul was on Edwards. That's 4 on James Edwards. There's Mark Aguirre. Played his college basketball at DePaul. He and Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson are good friends. Aguirre and Isaiah.
Alright, so here's what I will say. A couple things need to be taken into consideration. First and foremost, Michael Jordan was the only All-Star. Scottie Pippen was not yet an All-Star. So that needs to be taken into consideration. Secondly, I need to watch the full games to get more context. But third, I feel like as Phil Jackson, as a coach, I feel like he needs to take some responsibility for what happened. Some of these players, Michael Jordan, I feel like should be passionate. But that's a hard decision to make as a coach. You see, do you take Michael Jordan on 3 or do you take somebody kind of open? Like, I don't really know. Like, you kind of have to do these trial and error things to see what works, you know. And you see Phil Jackson eventually against the Lakers, you know, when you hear the dialogue that they had, they made the adjustment, you know, when, you know, Phil was like, you know, who's open? Paxson's open. So MJ was like, all right, cool, I'm going to hit Paxson. And I kept hitting Paxson. He made it. It was like, whoa, Paxson can do that? I didn't know. And then it happened like that. So I feel like potentially, I feel like Phil Jackson should take a little bit more heat for that, just because it shouldn't be up to Michael Jordan to make the adjustment. It shouldn't be up to him. You know, like Phil did suggest the adjustment against the Lakers, but I feel like that's an adjustment that should have been made a long time ago, as soon as he got there. You know, because you've seen what Michael Jordan was able to do, you know, before, you know, without involving his teammates. I feel like Phil Jackson should have came in with that type of mindset to make those type of adjustments, to get his teammates involved more often. It shouldn't have happened for the first time against the Lakers. Like, we can actually get it to Paxson, he could shoot. Like, that shouldn't be the first time that adjustment is made. I would say you can give some blame to Michael Jordan for not knowing that, you know. Because like I said, LeBron, that wouldn't be the case. You know, you wouldn't have to reveal that to LeBron, you know. And that just goes to show, like, I think it's interesting, as great as Jordan is, like, you know, how much of his success would have came or wouldn't have came without a great coach. And LeBron really hasn't had that luxury to have a great coach. And I think that's really interesting that people don't really bring that up. You know, people don't really talk about the fact that LeBron never really had a great coach. You know, when I feel like MJ needed a great coach. And there's nothing wrong with needing a great coach. It's just like everybody just wants to talk about 6-0. Like, which is dumb. Everybody wants to talk about 6-0. LeBron at whatever time was 3-6. Now what is he at 4? So it's really crazy. You know, LeBron gets no credit for making the adjustments that he makes. LeBron gets very little credit for the basketball mind that he is. Michael Jordan was nowhere near the basketball mind that LeBron James was. Now, I think in terms of just basketball, I think MJ is better. Like, just purely, tangibly basketball, I think that Jordan's ability is better. Let me not say Jordan is better. I think Jordan has better ability. His footwork, the way he moves is just so pure. But LeBron's basketball mind, I think, does definitely close that gap for sure. Not to mention LeBron is a physical specimen himself. He's one of the greatest athletes in all of the history of the universe, which is crazy to think about. But, yeah, I really do want to watch a full game. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like these type of videos, and I will see you when I see you. Peace.